Hi everyone, it's Laura here and welcome to another Saturday STEM Day video. Today I am going to wrap a gift and I'm going to decorate it. So I already put some wrapping paper around it. It's a DVD and I bought it for my dad. It's the movie Drive. He really wanted to see it, but we couldn't watch it on television, so I just decided to buy the DVD for him. I'm going to start out by wrapping some baker's twine around the gifts, and I got this twine from a friend, but she didn't remember where she got it. But I will link to like a similar color. I think that Doodlebug also sells this aqua color. Okay, so now I'm going to tie a little bow, and my bows aren't really perfect, but I'm trying to make it as perfect as possible. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the ends a little bit shorter, and I want them to be the same size, so I'm going to take them together and then I can cut them. And there we go. And I'm going to tie a little knot in the ends. I saw Julie Ebersol doing this and I really loved it. So, you know, now I decided to try it as well. Okay, so now I'm going to make a little gift tag, and I will be using the tag saying stamp set from Simon Says Stamp for it. There are also coordinating die cuts for this stamp set, but I don't have them, so I'm just going to cut around the little black line of the tag. So I'm first going to stamp it on some white wood grain cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. Okay. And I only want like the shape of the tag, I don't want the lines to show, so I'm going to stamp it on the back side of the paper. I'll be using Memento Tuxedo black ink, but it really doesn't matter which ink you would use for this, because you won't see it. Okay, so now I'm going to cut that out. There we go. So the little tag is ready. Of course it needs to be decorated, but I'm going to adhere it to my gift already. I'm going to use some Tombow Mono multi-glue for that, so I can move it around a little bit before like adhering it completely. I'm just adding a couple of dots. Now I want an image on the tag, and I'm going to use the Hero Arts Missing You stamp set for it, and this is from their Operation Ride Home collection. I'm going to stamp the little bird today. I would really want to use them all, but for today I'm just going to use the little bird. going to take an acrylic block. I'm going to use some Simon Says Stamp white cardstock to color in the little birds. I'm going to use Spectrum Noir markers, and this is really perfect for it. You could also use this for Copic markers, because you know the color won't bleed through the paper, which is really great. Okay, so I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp the little bird. So this is the first time I will be stamping this image, so I may need to do this like twice. It's pretty good like this. I'm going to use it. Okay, so I'm going to start coloring now, and I'm going to speed that up a little bit. But if you have any questions about the coloring, then please leave a comment or send me an email, and then I will be happy to answer your questions. Okay, so I'm done coloring the bird, and so this is the result. I'm definitely not an expert at coloring with the Spectrum Noir markers. I still need to practice a lot, but I'm quite happy with the results. It could be worse, right? So I'm going to let that dry just for a little while, and then I'm going to cut it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to die cut a little speech bubble, and this is the Talk Bubbles 2 die cut set from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm going to die cut this little speech bubble over here. I'm going to use some white Neenah cardstock for that. Okay, so I just die cut this speech bubble with my Big Shot machine, and now I'm going to stamp the sentiment on there. I'll be using the Sketchy banner stamp set from Simon Says Stamp for that. And I'm going to use the sentiment, "You're amazing." Okay, so I'm going to stamp the sentiment with Hero Art Shadow ink, and this is a silver color. I really like this ink. The color is really beautiful. It dries quite slow because it's a pigment ink, but you could heat set it with your heat machine here, with your heat gun, so it would dry faster. Okay. Okay, so I cut my little bird out, and as you can see, I cut his legs off, but I'm going to stamp them again on the little gift. Just, because it was like super fine to cut, so I'm just going to, stamp it over here, and then I can paper piece it together. No one will ever notice it, except if you're going to use dimensional adhesive. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the bird again, but just only his legs. So I'm going to ink it up, just a part of it. And stamping on gift paper can be tricky sometimes because it like slips away, but I'm going to do my best. Okay, so I'm going to use dimensional adhesive to adhere the little bird on there. And these are scrapbook adhesives. And there we go. And then I'm also going to adhere the speech bubble. And I'm going to use scrapbook adhesives as well. Or no, I'm going to use my smaller adhesive, dimensional adhesives for that. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the little gift. So I'm going to use some sequins, and I'll be using the sparkling clear sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. I'm going to use glossy accents to adhere them. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle on the little bird. And I'm using my clear Wink of Stella pen. Okay, so that finishes up the gift. I only realize now that it's a bit feminine. Even though it's for my dad. But yeah, I hope he likes it. I think he will because he really loves birds, so I think he will just, you know, think it's very cute. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I will be back next Saturday with a new video because school is starting on Monday, so I won't be able to make a lot of videos, just only Saturday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and for your sweet comments. I'll see you next week. Bye!